Welcome to a KSL5 News Special Edition, examining your life, your health.
Self-awareness leads to self-change. You have to know what you're doing to yourself before you can change it.
Overall health and wellness is an important part of living a full and happy life.
We very often do not think about our personal health as one of our main priorities.
June is Men's Health Month, and tonight we take an in-depth look at how much men's health matters. Thanks for joining us tonight for this special edition of Your Life, Your Health. Addressing our health can seem overwhelming at times, but avoiding it altogether can be deadly. So, what do time, money, and appearance all have in common with men's health? They're frequently used by men as reasons or excuses to avoid going to the doctor. Mike Hedrick shares some advice to get you or the man in your life to make routine preventative health care a priority.
We very often do not think about our personal health as one of our main priorities. And it's only with time and age that when we start to feel new symptoms or we lose some of our normal capabilities, do we start to think about, well, what can I do to maintain this body and to maintain this mind?
Topping the list of risk factors for men.
Men from age 30 to 60, heart disease would be the major cause of death and of health problems.
Signs to watch out for: easily fatigued with exercise or activity, chest discomfort or pain in the neck, and sometimes radiating to the shoulders or arms.
If that is happening, it's time to get evaluation, and usually if it is new in onset and staying with you, it's time for a 911 call.
Next on that list, cancer.
It's usually a different form of cancer in the younger men than the older men.
Men in their 20s need to pay extra attention to their skin and watch out for testicular growths or masses.
And those things also can be reviewed with a physician on a regular basis.
At age 40 to 50, other types of cancer become a greater risk.
Colon cancer often is quiet until it is quite advanced.
Dr. Hansen recommends a colonoscopy screening at age 50 for all men. And those with a family history of colon cancers should start screening at an earlier age.
Get in and get checked.
Men ages 50 to 70 years old should be checked for prostate cancer.
And this can begin in the 40s, but most often we start to see this in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
The third major health risk in men is that of accidental death.
Men generally are risk takers and very often do not necessarily think of some of the safety precautions.
For instance, wear your seatbelt. Make sure your home has proper fire and carbon monoxide detectors. The best preventative care.
Start early with diet that is healthy and regular physical exercise. Make attention to maintaining our weight and finding ways to cope and deal with our stresses that are healthy. It's not being a sissy to talk to your doctor periodically and ask what needs to be done to maintain your best health.
Men may be the masters of excuses when it comes to seeking medical attention, so plan ahead for an appointment and bring along notes and questions to make it productive and worthwhile. It's much more sensible to look at preventative care as an important investment. Silent health problems such as having high blood pressure or diabetes or high cholesterol, well, they can have a cumulative effect on your health. So the next time you're looking for the best excuse not to go, well, there may not just be one after all.
Intermountain Healthcare has a program called Intermountain Live Well, and it offers a variety of ideas to help men and women stay healthy and understand how to prevent disease. And another link on Intermountain Live Well site is loaded with healthy recipes. Now, here joining us now is Chef Kimberly from Harmon.
Hi.
With just such a recipe.
Yes.
Today, you surprised me with trout.
Yes, because fish is such high in omega-3s.
Sure.
Great in those healthy fats that you want. And you should get a lot of fish into your diet. And so trout we thought was fun because we're out fishing for trout, right? This is what we can catch this season. Also, you know, people don't always think, oh, trout.
Well, see, I have to admit, I'm a big griller, but it's always salmon, it's always other things, never trout, so.
Well, I think because salmon is a little thicker and it holds up on the grill. So the reason why trout is kind of scary is because it's thinner. I like to leave the skin on.
Okay.
And then another trick, even on your outside grill, I like to put foil or something down. That way you've got it and it won't break apart.
Now, you also mentioned price point. How is it? 25 bucks a pound right now. Ouch.
Yeah, and it ranges, but to get the fresh, it can be a little bit more. And so it's nice to have another option. You know, the halibut, or I mean the salmon, or the trout is like $8, $9 a pound. You can buy it whole in our stores also.
Okay, so you're putting lemon juice?
Yeah, so I just did some lemon juice and olive oil, and I'm gonna brush the tops with it. Okay, really simple. And I used grapeseed oil, and you could use olive, but the grapeseed is great because it's still one of those healthy oils.
Oh, that's a good tip. Okay.
And it doesn't burn. So sometimes the olive oil will burn. So what I'll do is actually just take it and throw it right down on our grill. And this might be hot enough, we might just go straight onto our grill plate. There we go, because I want that sizzle.
That's the sound we all like.
If we don't have that sizzle, it might stick, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and brush my grill. And then the great thing is, we're gonna get a little smoky in here. This doesn't take long. And if you put it skin side down, the skin actually crisps, and then you can eat the skin right on there with the trout if you'd like. Okay. Okay, so while that's going, I'm gonna let it go for, about 3 or 4 minutes on each side and then flip it. I wanted to show you a quick salsa with fresh cherries. Cherries are in season right now.
Yeah, yum.
Yeah, so all this is some baby cherry tomatoes. Okay. Okay, they're the heirloom, so they're the colors. Some cherries, and you can cut those in half if you would like. Okay, some red onion. And then people don't realize that herbs have got so many great properties also. Okay. So a lot of basil packed in there and some parsley.
And for those at home, this smells lovely.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this smells really good.
And so now I'm just going to do white balsamic. Okay, a little bit of white balsamic. And you can see you've got some measurements on the recipe online. Okay. But, you know, play with it a little bit.
I always need
and those that need it, they're on there. Okay, but you can see I just kind of mess with it and play with it. Okay, and then you're just going to combine that all together, and we'll serve that over our trout when it comes off. And then you've already got your fresh tomatoes. Everything's fresh. Nothing's from a can, jar, frozen.
Right. There's no reason in summertime, right?
No. Right now there's so much. Also, Harmon's has got a great, if you don't want to do your own, this is a grill pack, and we've prepared some. What this does, you just lift that out, put it in foil and tent it, and then throw that on your grill, and it cooks right up. Oh, yeah. Okay, you can see we're getting started there, and when we come back, I'll have it finished so that you can see all these finished, and we'll do our dessert.
Excellent, and then we'll obviously have to try it, too.
Yes, of course.
These are great ideas. We'll check back with you in just a second. First, though, putting off a visit to the doctor's office could play into future health complications down the road. So still ahead, we're going to take a look at some of the best sports that pack a healthy dose of just what our bodies and our minds need.
This is a KSL 5 News Special Edition, examining your life, your health.
Best thing we ever did was work on the old 37 Chevy.
He taught me just how to love life.
Just spend time out in the mountains.
I love you, Dada.
I love you, Dad. You're my favorite. Love you.
Welcome back. If you take better care of your car or your favorite gadget than you do your own health, you're not alone. According to doctors at Chicago's Northwestern Memorial Hospital, men's overwhelmingly dismissive attitude toward their health can have dire consequences in the long run. As Andrew Wittenberg tells us, physical activity is not only needed, it's necessary.
Physical activity becomes one of the best preventive strategies for developing coronary heart disease. At least 150 minutes a week.
A great way to start? Take a half hour and go for a walk. The next day, do it again. It may not take you long until you have the desire to move your feet a little faster. Even better, says Dr. Hansen.
Men who are involved with running or jogging, it's a great benefit. It's an excellent way to keep your heart strong, to deal with your stress, to avoid depression, to keep your blood pressure lower.
But learn to avoid injuries.
It's much better to be able to run on natural surfaces like grass.
And take extra care if you carry a few too many extra pounds.
You do put extra stress and strain on your main weight-bearing joints if you are overweight.
In these warmer months, a bicycle is a great way to work out while experiencing Utah's beauty.
Cycling as a lifetime activity is an excellent choice. Individuals, especially who might have difficulties with jogging or running, early arthritis or other conditions, often find that cycling is much more comfortable.
But safety is key.
The wearing of helmets is essential. I would probably rate cycling right with walking and running as the number 1, 2, and 3 areas that most individuals should consider having as part of their preventive health exercise program.
And don't forget that Utah has some of the nation's most accessible and affordable golf courses.
Golf for men is probably one of the funnest activities and has many advantages. Golf is a great opportunity for relaxation, socialization, and some of the other benefits that we get from just general physical activity.
Finally, don't think weightlifting is just for bodybuilders.
Strength training is key for all men. At least 2 times a week. Without the combination of good cardiovascular exercise and strength training exercise, we'll end up with body imbalances. That should be a recommended activity for every adult male.
Depression is listed as among the leading causes of death for men. In just a moment, we break it down to the 5 essentials necessary for living a happy life. And we made a simple supper. Now it's time for dessert. After the break, we're going to head back to the kitchen with Chef Kimberly from Harmon's.
This is a KSL5 News Special Edition, examining your life, your health.
We love to go camping. He takes his trailer, I take my motor home and pack up all the kids and we go camping.
Fishing, probably. Yeah, it's a good time to get out and just spend some good time with each other.
Why? Why?
We go get a pedicure once a month. I take him to get a pedicure. He loves it.
Go shopping. Stand on his shoulders.
Love you, Dad.
I love you, Dada.
Depression is an emotional disturbance that affects your whole body and overall health. Poor mental health is listed among the leading causes of death in men. As Keith McCord discovered, there's a simple way to examine how you're feeling.
The 5 essentials are a good place to start. Diet, sleep, exercise, mindfulness, and sociability.
Dr. Matt Wenners says physical and mental health are integrated, and if you take care of one, the other will follow.
If you're lacking in any of those areas, at least it's something you know you can put your energies towards. It's something you can do.
Depression proves the mind-body connection. Brain chemicals and stress hormones become out of balance. Finding that balance in your life and keeping a positive attitude are key ingredients to positive mental health practices.
You got to make a mental shift to be physically healthy.
Dr. Wenner says start by taking a closer look at what you eat.
If we're sitting and we're eating processed foods, sugar, fat, and we're not eating enough fruits, vegetables, you're going to feel horrible.
Make sure you get plenty of sleep and exercise.
Our bodies were built to move. We weren't built to stare at computer screens all day.
And live in the moment.
One of the ways to be mindful is simply go out and see what your community has to offer.
You are so cute!
The experiences you can have. There's adventures all around us every day.
Take time to connect with your kids.
Don't just parent through fear, consequences, punishments, and dangling rewards in front of them. Use your relationship to connect. Talk with them, guide them. Every misbehavior is an opportunity to teach and connect with your kid.
Find that balance between work and play.
Work is essential for life, and without work you really can't play. And I think finding that balance is the task for all of us so that we can maximize everything that life has to offer.
Focus on positive thinking.
A lot of people aren't aware of this constant negative internal dialogue going on in their heads. They don't know they're doing this to themselves. They're literally punishing themselves with a negative internal dialogue. If there was a person following you every day, whispering in your ear, you're fat, you're worthless, you're no good, nothing you do is right, you wouldn't really want them around. But yet we do that to ourselves.
Don't get in the habit of comparing yourself to others.
We want to continue to grow as an individual. And I think this focus on what's going on all around us with everybody else is ultimately a waste of time. We're all stuck in our own skin. We might as well learn to be comfortable there.
And don't let your past interfere with the present.
Your past is part of who you are, but it doesn't define who you are. Look back on those significant emotional events in your life that shaped you and make sense of it through clear eyes. Look at it for what it is. Don't turn it into something that it's not.
So when is it time to seek professional help?
When your issues are interfering with your functioning, causing a good deal of distress, and your own resources and the support of your family and friends are insufficient.
Research suggests men with depression are more likely to develop heart disease. Words of advice?
You only have one life to lead. Get out there and live it.
We are back in the kitchen with Chef Kimberly from Harmon's. Now, we've got to show people how this trout ended up. This looks beautiful.
And how fast was that?
During the last break.
Right, we just went ahead and grilled that right up. Also, I like to finish with a little more acid.
Okay.
So I'll squeeze a little bit of lemon over that and serve that. And then you can see we've got our grill packs here that have been up and going.
Done.
So it just right in there. Yeah.
Wow,
and
this all
then
smells good.
The halibut needs about another minute. It takes a little longer because of those grilled veg, but look at that.
And you can tell because it's still a little translucent.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll start to get that white look. You know, and then get a little bit darker in color, I guess.
Okay.
And like you said, a little less translucent. And then you're ready to go.
So you've even got dessert going for us here on the grill.
Right, okay, because I am a dessert girl. Okay, I like to eat healthy. So you've got to have some options. So now that we're coming into all of the fresh produce, okay, apricots are one of the first things, and cherries. So you can see I just took the apricots in half and drizzled them with a little bit of honey, heated them, and I'm going to toss them in there while they're warm back into my bowl of honey. Okay, and
how much honey roughly?
Oh, you know, this was maybe a couple tablespoons.
Okay.
And you can do more or less. And maybe you can't have the honey. You could use agave or, you know, another sweetener. Right now we have fresh figs in the stores that you can buy. So I've just gone ahead and quartered those.
Okay.
If you can't find fresh, these are great also. They're just dried. And you can find those in our produce. And they're over here. I can show you those.
All right.
Yeah. And so I've just quartered those. A little bit of fig in there. Okay, so when apricots go out of season, this is great with peaches. This is great with any of your stone fruits, really. I love watermelon also with it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think of that.
And you can grill the watermelon. Same thing, grill the watermelon. And feta is actually a good cheese. Okay, you think, oh, cheese?
Right.
Okay, but feta is one of those that's a good one. So we're gonna go ahead and toss the feta in there.
You know, I think this just gets us thinking more creatively about grilling. At least, you know, I'm seeing whole options here that I hadn't really considered.
Right, things that you don't normally think about.
You get stuck in the steak rut.
Well, yeah, and that steaks are easy.
My husband likes. It's not bad,
but but no, these are kind of some fun other options. And then you can see it kind of actually starts to melt the feta, the heat. And then this is reduced balsamic vinegar. And you were asking me about the white balsamic and dark. If you take dark balsamic and reduce it down, it gets very thick and sweetened. Okay, so this you can already buy. But the sweet, I was saying the white balsamic is just a sweeter balsamic. But this is also sweeter, okay, than your regular.
Reduced. All right.
Yep, and I just put a little bit of glaze. You can throw a little bit of mint on there. And you're great to go.
How impressive does that look as a meal
and
that we did
easy.
in less than a half hour here?
And you know, we've got asparagus that you can actually just take your asparagus. Sometimes I'll blanch them. Sometimes I just throw them right on my grill. Brush them with a little bit of that same olive or the grapeseed oil that we used. And have some fresh veggies in there.
Great options for healthy eating this summer. Thank you, Chef Kimberly. We appreciate
for having me. This was fun.
We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us this evening. For more information on how to live well, go to intermountainlivewell.org. These stories, those recipes, I highly recommend them. They'll be posted on our website under the Your Life, Your Health tab. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock.